All right, welcome in everybody to the Friday edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 12:15. You came to the right spot to get that extra weekend bankroll so you can have some fun with the college football Saturday and the Sunday NFL slate. But we appreciate everyone who tapped in with us yesterday. We had Jude and Chuck on with us, and we had a pretty profitable Thursday night episode, and Brubacher comes through as usual. So vibes are good coming into this nice Friday slate. It's all powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be tapped in with them there for this weekend. As usual, we're live on Twitter. Tap the link in the title if you want to be over on YouTube, dropping your best bets, all your other comments. Chad's already trying to go at Sosa for Justin Herbert.
Hey man, listen,
That's the game. Is the game.
the game's the game. That's what it was. And if anybody believes otherwise, then you're a fucking idiot. I mean, bro, like it makes no sense. Simply because you're down 10 and you went for it on a 4th and 7 when you need 10 points. Why not kick the field goal and give yourself a bigger chunk of time remaining in the game with an onside kick? It makes no sense. You don't have to be smart. You don't even have to be smart to understand that. But again, everyone has an idea of what they saw last night, and that's up to them. We were still right. Obviously, the line opened at -3. It got to 4.5. Once it got to 4.5, if you actually tuned into the show yesterday, I said it's going to be very difficult for that half to come through. But it is what it is. We're here, and we'll move accordingly. I personally believe that the game went just about as planned. That pick six by Herbert was a tough one. It's a very, very tough play to deal with, man. You get to the goal line and throw a pick six, but again, that's the difference in the game. I wasn't really impressed by them offensively. I think we kind of saw a lot of the stuff we saw in the first game against the Raiders. In the second half with no Keenan Allen, I think Kansas City's defense did a lot of good things last night. And yeah, Herbert, that's two consecutive second halves where he just was not he wasn't that good. It wasn't good to me personally. So yeah, it's pretty much all I got as far as the game last night.
I heard someone already going with the Phillip Rivers comps. Just a better Phillip Rivers. Yeah, that was me. I was like,
I think Herbert's a talented cat. I ain't gonna do that to him.
I know, but that's where you get Twitter being Twitter, and people are already bored as shit calling that out. But in today's episode, we're going to be covering the MLB's best bets, and then we got 2 football games tonight for college. Probably only be betting one. Maybe we'll get one off in Air Force versus Wyoming, but I doubt it. Laying 16.5 with the Air Force, who is filthy this season. They might be ranked soon. Don't know how to attack that one smartly with that big of a spread, but make sure to be giving us a retweet, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, pay for play tomorrow. They already know, 10:30.
Yes, sir.
All right, where are we starting off in the MLB slate?
First play of the day coming from the Seattle Mariners, Los Angeles Angels game. We're going to go Seattle first 5 run line. Been really profitable for us throughout the season. You got Lorenzen facing off against Robbie Ray. I think that it's a pretty chalk type of situation.
Damn, right, simple to the point.
Yeah, it's Lorenzen is garbage. Robbie Ray's the ace. One team has nothing but the spoiler role as far as being a team that could possibly spoil some things as far as getting Seattle to lose a couple games here. They've been in the playoff hunt the entire second half. They were buyers at the trade deadline. We cashed on Castillo. I think we do the same thing tonight. Robbie Ray equally as good. Obviously, he's better than Castillo's number wise. I don't see the Angels really being much resistance tonight to the Seattle Mariners.
All right, where are we going for number 2?
Number 2, a pretty basic play here. We're going to go with the Dodgers team total. I also think the game goes over 7.5. The over 7.5 is at -102. and the team total is at 4. A flat 4 against Logan Webb at -115. I like both those plays against that. That's the Dodger team total at over 4 at -115, and the Dodgers Giants over 7.5 at -102. Those are my 2 plays in that one. And only only one baseball play outside of that I really like. But any thoughts on that one before we keep going?
No, we just got to keep rolling through. This is one of those Fridays ones where you got the lines more juiced as usual. I got my questions on ones that are a little bit more closer, but the 2 games you hit so far, I wasn't eyeing anything up in.
And my third play is hold on, let me get the card. Is in the Pittsburgh Pirates New York Mets matchup, and I like the Mets first 5 team total against Keller. Get the number for you. And I got that at -130 at over 2.5. So
Yep.
what do you have?
Nothing.
Yeah, I have it at -130 over 2.5 against Mitch Keller. So first 5 team total for the Mets. I like them against Keller. I think Keller he stinks. I mean, the starting pitching, I put him right there with Brubacher. He's not good. And yeah, again, it's a Mets team that's motivated to try and make sure that they skate off the Atlanta Braves, stay at top of the NL East. I think that my expectation is that they come out here and handle business against Keller.
Nothing in the Yankees versus Brew Crew for you?
Nope. No, sir.
Of course not.
No.
You're never going to buy back into the Yankees? Not getting 4 in a row?
I got over
3
2.5.
of them. 3 of them were
real quick.
-125 or better.
I got a better number on that first 5. At over 2.5, it's at even money on Caesars. So that's what we'll go with. We'll go with the New York Mets team total first 5 over 2.5 at even.
I like it. Can never disagree with that. But yeah, that's where I'm just saying Yankees, 3 of their past 4, they're listed at -125 or better and came through. Whew. I don't know. It's calling it with Montas versus Hauser. I mean, I'm never probably going to believe in Hauser. It's really where it is. What other solid pitching matchups do we have on today's slate?
That's really all that I've looked at, man. I'm not gonna lie. My interest in baseball drops when football comes on. I think I made that kind of clear. You know what I mean? Like, I pick my spots. I like these 3 bets just simply because it's an off day from the NFL, and I don't particularly love the college slate tonight. So that's really where I'm at with things.
Yeah, I got nothing for today's baseball slate.
Yes, sir.
If you want to back stick, Rory, you can never go against that.
True. Love Tristan, but again, it's no expectation whatsoever from him, to be totally honest.
We just completely ignored the Premier League slate today because you got Nottingham versus Fulham and Aston Villa versus Southampton. So if you want to be betting that, and then Serie A, you got Salernitana playing Lecce. Not my cup of tea, but let's get into a game where Florida State versus Louisville. Florida State's been calling my name all week. They're laying 2.5. It's the grossest thing probably the past 3 seasons to be laying points with Florida State. I mean, the defense is where it needs to be so far this season. The offense is nowhere where it needs to be. The defense, you can arguably rank, is in the top 20, while the offense ranks with outside the top 50. And then Louisville, what we've seen, they just can't stop the run this season. Their defense can't stop a nosebleed, even though they didn't hang on that tough against Syracuse. They just died and rolled over. But here, sitting at a flat 3 currently right here? I don't know. I think Florida State definitely comes out and wins this one on top, but laying that just feels a little too gross and not what I want to be doing on a Friday night. And I think there's a better way. Do you have anything on the spread?
Line's up to 3.5, so I got nothing. No, I think the game trend it's trending towards the over. I think both defenses could. I think that Louisville's defense can give up some points. Florida State's defense is pretty good, but I still think that both teams will manage enough points for this one to go over. Nothing official. I just lean towards it going that way personally.
Yeah, I just don't think Florida State's going to attempt many passes in this game. I think they're going to ground and pound them to death essentially here. That's my biggest concern with the over. And then Florida State's defense, they're good at stopping the run, but I think Malik Cunningham, if he can make some accurate passes, some days he looks filthy. Other half is he's a half by half guy. That's where you can attack this Florida State defense. LSU just couldn't do it efficiently enough, or I guess in the last few minutes where it mattered. But that's where I'd be going at this Florida State. So that's where, both ways, it's terrible with the spread total. Staying away from those. The team total is what I'm liking here in this one. So I can still get some egg in my face, but Florida State's scoring 30 points tonight. So I'm taking their team total over 29.5 at -110.
I love it. I'm gonna rock with you for sure. Because obviously, like you said, Louisville's defense just less than impressive.
Yep, and then with Wyoming versus Air Force, I think this one just depends how quickly does Air Force score. Because Wyoming, they might look like Notre Dame with the football today. If Air Force just decides to do 3 or 4 chunk runs, Wyoming might have the ball for like 10 minutes max. That's really all my thoughts on it. Air Force's team total sitting somewhere between like a 30.5 to 31.5. I guess that would have to be the way you could go for it. The 17 is gross, but I can definitely see this game ending 28-3 or something like that. I don't think Wyoming goes over their team total, but I'm not trying to sweat a late night bet hoping a team doesn't get 3 scores on the board.
Yes, sir. Yeah, again, I can't really. I don't really have any very much for college. Like I said, this is more your wheelhouse, and obviously I'm appreciative of that because it makes my job a lot easier when I can go to guys like you and JD and not really have to, focus my brain power into it that much. To be honest with you, that's one thing I'm most grateful for.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to force me to take it, I guess I have no idea what you would do in that Florida State Louisville. Bet it live. Both teams probably going to be down by 7 to 10 points at 2 different times here.
Absolutely.
No thoughts on Merrimack versus Harvard. That's Sosa's wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Didn't you bet on the one Merrimack game so far this season?
Yeah, Holy Cross didn't cover. They got inside the 10 7 times, and
so what's your
with only 30 points?
Any lock here? Harvard?
Yeah, as in I hope the book locks you out if you try to bet this game. What?
You learned your lesson real quick with Holy Cross?
Man, I'm not ever – if you ever catch me betting on an Ivy League game, a football game involving an Ivy League team, something's gone terribly wrong. Like I'm good. Never again. Never again. No, sir.
Yep. So if you're into DFS for college football on our channel, JD went live last night to help you customize your lineup, shared which one he's going to be rocking with. So if you want to see some targets, maybe you overthought somebody, maybe you want some extra validation on the player that you got, that's your spot to go to, and always hit him up on Twitter if you have any questions for him there. Then tomorrow, 10:30, JD, myself, Roddy, Goose, we're all going to be live for Paid for Play for Week 3 college football. Sure, it's not the most glorious of the ones, but I think last weekend it's going to be tough to live past the hype of last weekend because last Saturday was one of the better ones in my memory for a full day with the 6 overtime games, just thrillers left and right. And then Sunday, you already know, Sunday morning quarterbacks. And then, so you doing the space this Saturday night as well?
Yes, sir. Saturday night live. We're going to cover 6 games. And 6 or 7, and then the rest will be on Sunday. Huge slate. Obviously, every NFL team plays the first couple of weeks, which gives you opportunities across the board. Just looking to continue to build on a great start to the NFL season. Diamond Club went well last night. We did great on Sunday as well. Uh, just just trying to continue some level of upward ascension. Yeah, baseball playoffs right around the corner too. We bodied those last year, so just very excited about what's coming in the next couple of weeks as we really get into college football season. Obviously, paid for play is our go-to on Sundays or on Saturdays. I'm sorry. So can't wait to see what the guys have for us tomorrow. Definitely got the DFS stuff from JD. This guy goes live at the best times. So yeah, that's all I got, man. Hopefully we come through with this baseball plays today, and shout out to Patrick Mahomes for continuing to be Patrick Mahomes. Just keep winning in the regular season. It seems to be a breeze for him. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yep. Well, until tomorrow, we'll catch you all. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, retweet. We out.
Peace.